Hey everyone! Tucked over on the west side of Africa, there's a country bursting with life. It's called Ivory Coast, or Côte d'Ivoire. It's famous for its beautiful scenery, lively culture, and super friendly people. It's a place that really sparks your imagination. From the busy streets of Abidjan to the peaceful beaches of Grand-Bassam, Ivory Coast has an awesome trip waiting for every visitor. And it's not just pretty landscapes. This country has a rich history and tons of different cultures. It used to be a big trading center, which made it important for the area's economy and culture. Today, it shows how strong and determined its people are. Come on, let's explore the heart of Ivory Coast together. Ivory Coast's story is a mix of trading, being a colony, and fighting for freedom. Way before Europeans showed up, the area was already doing well with trade, thanks to kingdoms like the Kong Empire, which controlled major trade routes. Gold, cola nuts, and sadly slaves were some of the main things that brought Europeans over. When the French arrived in the 1400s, things changed. They started with trading posts, but slowly took more control, and finally, Ivory Coast became a French colony in 1904. During this time, they took a lot of resources and forced French culture and rules on the people. But the people really wanted their freedom, and they fought hard to finally get it in 1960. Abidjan, the main city of Ivory Coast, is a place that never sleeps. It's a mix of different cultures and a center for business, so it's always buzzing with energy. Tall skyscrapers show how modern the city is, while busy markets give you a taste of its lively spirit. The plateau area, with its government buildings and businesses, shows off the city's international side. Meanwhile, Treichville is a fun and energetic place, known for its markets, restaurants, and nightlife. Abidjan is a city of opposites, where modern and traditional things live side by side, making it a really special and unforgettable place. Yamoussoukro, the political capital of Ivory Coast, is a city built on big dreams. Félix Houphouët-Boigny, the country's first president, had a vision for this city. The most amazing thing there is the Basilica of Our Lady of Peace, a huge building inspired by St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. Yamoussoukro might not be as busy as Abidjan, but it's grand and peaceful. Wide streets, big parks, and impressive government buildings make up the city. Visiting Yamoussoukro gives you a cool look at the country's political history and its big plans for architecture. Ivory Coast has so many different cultures. There are over 60 ethnic groups, and each one adds to the mix. The Boule people, known for their detailed masks and bright clothes, are the biggest group. Then there are the Beat, who are great storytellers. Music and dancing are super important in Ivory Coast's culture. They're ways to express yourself, celebrate, and tell stories. Each group has its own special rhythms and dances that show their history and beliefs. From the energetic coup de cala to the smooth zouglou, Ivory Coast's music will make you want to dance. Music is like the heartbeat of Ivory Coast. You hear it everywhere, in the streets, in homes, and at parties. Every area has its own special rhythms and instruments, showing how many different cultures there are. From the exciting coup de cale that started in Abidjan to the soulful zouglou, which often talks about social issues, Ivorian music is amazing. And you can't have music without dance. Each rhythm has its own steps and moves. Traditional dances, often done at festivals and ceremonies, are a colourful show with energetic moves and catchy rhythms. The Goli, a masked dance done by the Baoul people, is a great example of how lively and spirited Ivorian dances are. Besides its awesome culture, Ivory Coast also has amazing nature. The country's coastline is over 500 kilometers long and has beautiful beaches with the warm Atlantic Ocean. Grand-Bassam, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, shows you the country's colonial past with its pretty buildings and history. Go inland and you'll find lush rainforests full of animals. Tai National Park, another UNESCO site, has tons of different plants and animals, including endangered ones like pygmy hippos and chimpanzees. From the Man waterfalls to the hills of the Dent de Man mountain, Ivory Coast's nature is incredible. Ivorian food is a delicious mix of flavors, showing all the different cultures and fresh ingredients. They eat a lot of rice, cassava, plantains, and yams, usually with tasty sauces and stews. Fish, chicken, and beef are popular, and peanuts, tomatoes, onions, and chili peppers add lots of flavor. Atieke, made from grated cassava, is like couscous and is very popular. Futu, made from mashed plantains or yams, is another favorite, often eaten with peanut soup or okra stew. And don't forget aloko, fried plantains, a yummy street food. Ivory Coast has a rich history, amazing culture, and beautiful nature. It's a country that has seen good times and bad times, but its people are always strong. Their friendly welcome, their music, and their vibrant culture show how tough they are. As Ivory Coast looks to the future, it remembers its past and dreams of better days. With lots of resources, young people, and a spirit for business, the country can become a leader in West Africa again. It's a story we want to follow, an experience we want to have.